Eh, this looks like it might kill a few minutes.
Our camera's up there.
Yep.
Alright, and we're back, but we're not back. So welcome to the pilot episode, or premiere episode of Balding Fat Zilch. I am your host, Paco P, and with me is my sidekick, TC. Would you refer to yourself as a sidekick?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You can. I don't take offense to it, but I'm not going to.
Well, I think your back hurts because you probably do carry us so far. Want to apologize to you. We shot another video where I did the one chip challenge, and the video had such poor quality that I made a decision to not show it just because I was that embarrassed by it.
Shame.
But fret not, I am going to do the challenge again, and we're going to cover that probably in the next 2-3 weeks. So if anybody wants to see me suffer, all two of you, well, don't worry, the wait will not be that long. However, there was one gem out of the entire video that was so good despite the bad video quality that I wanted to plug it in here. So we're just going to take a couple of seconds and plug it in here.
It's not very good. But I will tell you, he's a devoted husband to his wife. I know whenever he watches porn, he only watches porn without women in them. So his wife's a very lucky woman.
And through the magic of editing, everybody's able to enjoy that clip.
Except me. I'm not enjoying it right now.
That's okay. These things happen.
Okay.
So right now, this is our first episode together. First true episode, because the little Nitro challenge, that went well. That was more of a POC. One of the takeaways that we did learn was that we shouldn't have a bed in the background. So now we have a wonderful green screen, and hopefully I will have made up some kind of cool background to have at that point. Still thinking about it through my noggin. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm in my mid-40s right now, and I've been thinking to myself a lot about how I don't have a lot of hobbies. A lot of my time is dedicated to my job and taking care of my son. And at some point, he's going to leave, and, one day I'm going to be without a job. So what I decided was I want to do something creative. And I used to be a pretty creative kid when I was younger. My undergraduate's in marketing, and I used to think of the zaniest ideas. And so I thought, hey, why not create a show? And even if this is just an audience of one, I still feel like I'm doing something productive. So I thought about creating the Balding Fat Zilch show. And because I am self-aware enough to know that I'm not interesting, I decided to bring my friend, TC, over with me and say, hey, please do this because I'm not interesting. TC, would you agree with that?
I would agree. The reason I'm here is because he kidnapped my dog, and he doesn't give it back until after we're done shooting each time.
And when you get your dog back, I may or may not have had sex with it.
I don't want it back.
I'll loan you my dog, though.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
After that comment, I don't want any dog you've been around. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, these things happen,
No, they don't really happen. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
No?
No, you get into the dark corners of the internet, and that's where you think this always happens.
See, I don't really think that there's a such thing as a dark corner of the internet. A lot of people talk about it.
Oh, there
but
is.
Where's this dark web that's out there?
Well, yeah, it's one of those things you know it when you see it. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna have to agree to disagree because I just don't think that that's real. I heard about this one Pirates Bay where this guy had this massive smuggling cartel in the internet, but you know what? He got caught. Do you want to know why? Because it was on the internet.
Makes sense.
Anyway, one of the segments that we wanted to talk about today, and this is kind of a teaser, and we're going to build upon this, and admittedly, I hijacked TC and said, hey, we're doing this today, was something that we're going to call Hot Take. It's a name that we're throwing around, and it's not permanent in case somebody tries to copyright us. However, I thought it'd be kind of a cool spin if I read a headline off, and TC would try to tell me what he thought the article meant. At the same time, if TC had an article, because he's a preparer and not a mind reader, so he didn't have one for today.
No.
He'd read something off, and then I would try to guess what it meant. So right now, I'm going to read off the headline of the article, and I just wanted to see if he could tell me what he thinks he meant.
Sure. Go ahead.
Ken Burns connects the past and present in the U.S. and the Holocaust.
That's a kind of a dark subject. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's still there's a reason why we have Holocaust Museum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's because there's still people out there that don't look at facts and think things didn't happen that happened, and then also think that they could that they want to blame a certain group for everything that's wrong, when really collectively it's all of our faults.
You went extremely deep with that. Ken Burns is a documentarian, and he's just interviewing Holocaust survivors that are still alive in his documentary.
Yeah, but it's the Holocaust. I mean, you don't think I'm going to... I guess it's just subject matter I wouldn't make fun of necessarily.
No, nobody was making fun of it. I was just thinking that you were probably going to say there was some kind of juxtaposition between somebody not being able to flip a light switch and saying that that was their version of the Holocaust, which downplays the entire point of the Holocaust, because that was a very horrendous time.
Yeah, I think you need to choose your headlines better. Sorry, it's just my opinion. Yeah, and I want my dog back.
No. Anyway, just wanted to take a couple of minutes to do a quick introduction, something short, sweet, and if the video did get ruined, I wouldn't be upset about.